Let's start our today's Abhidhamma study, reciting Namo Tassa 3 times together. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Okay. Welcome back to Abhidhamma class for this year, 2023. We will continue our Abhidhamma study from the lesson 57. So up to lesson 56, we have studied the 7th chapter and half. 7th chapter and half of the Abhidhamma Sangaha. So we had done the method of dependent arising, which is called Paticca Samuppada Neya. And there are 2 methods in chapter 8, Paccaya Sangaha. So Paticca Samuppada Neya and Patthana Neya. There in Paticca Samuppada Neya, Buddha mentioned the cause and effect relationship, pointing out the single condition or single cause to give rise the other condition, other single condition. Most of them are single condition. So avijja paccaya sankhara, like this. And also there are only conditional phenomena and conditional phenomena. Yeah. So there paccaya and paccayupanna, only 2. And here in the Patthana Neya, so last year we had done the one week's study about the Patthana Neya. So there I have explained the differences between Paticca Samuppada Neya and Patthana Neya. In the Paticca Samuppada Neya, the conditioning states or conditioning phenomena, which is called paccaya, paccaya in Pali, and conditional states, this is called the paccayupanna. But in the Patthana, conditioning forces, which is called the paccaya sati, is also explained. So today we will continue our study of the Abhidhamma Sangaha, focusing on the Patthana Neya. But as you know, here this in this case the Patthana is very large.
Sorry to interrupt. I think you have to switch your screen. We are seeing the wrong screen.
Oh, cannot see that. Okay, please. Sorry. Oh, sorry. It's okay. Can you see the slide now for that one?
Yeah. Just now we actually saw the screen where you have the smaller screen where you display. So just now, if you
Okay, yeah.
Maybe you can try again. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I think it's still small.
This is okay. Slideshow. Yeah.
Not this one, right? Is that
Just
right?
yeah, just this.
This.
Okay. And then if you go to the top left, there's a swap displays. Yeah, it's just
This.
on the left a bit.
Oh,
Yeah, it's still the one with the wrong display.
wrong one.
Yeah.
Maybe I need to re-enter.
Actually, just now that display on the top left, right, you will see this icon is called swap display. Once you share it, you can see it's a swap display.
If I share, okay.
Yeah, if you share, I can show you.
Okay, share now. And here, yeah.
Okay, you share the PowerPoint.
Okay, maybe the PowerPoint has problem.
Okay, and then you go into the slideshow mode.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And then if you see there's a end show, there's a tips, and then there's a swap displays on the top left. Yeah, there's a swap display. You can click on that one. Your arrow is on the left side of your screen.
Left side, okay. Also
Yeah,
display,
swap
okay.
display, yes.
This one?
Yes,
okay,
now it's okay, yeah.
Okay, very good. Thank you. And now, can you see the whole screen?
Now it's okay.
Okay.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Very complicated now. Okay. And okay, let's see. Okay, so in this lesson 57, we're going to continue our study of the Patana. And so the method of conditional relation as a part 2, Patana Neya. Then, so here in the Patana Neya, if we study the Patana, we can, the Patana is very large teaching, and also most of us already understood the most difficult test of Abhidhamma study is Patana. But anyway, uh, according to the Abhidhamma Sangha explanation, it's not very hard. Not very hard. So if you're thinking about the very hard part of Patana, you think it's, you have to keep in mind, I will study later. But this part of Patana is not that difficult to understand by following the explanation of Acharya Anuruddha. And also another information is this explanation in the Abhidhamma Sangha about the Patana based upon the explanation, the method of the Paccaya-Nidisa. There's some of you may heard about the Paccaya-Nidisa, and it is very popular in Myanmar. In Myanmar, many of our devotees, they try to recite the Patana in Pali. So that is Pachayodesa and Pachayanidesa. So Pachayodesa is only the enumeration of the title of the Patthana, or on the other hand, we can see the Pachayasati name. So condition force, Pachayasati name. There, Hetu Pachayo, Aramana Pachayo, Adhipati Pachayo, like this. So in the lesson 56, I have already listed and also explained the meaning roughly, and also giving some example for the Patthana method. Each of the Patthana method like this, the Hetu Pachaya is similar to the roots conditioning. So similar to the roots support to the tree. In the same way, the 6 manifestors condition to the specific condition phenomena and mentalities and materialities in this way. And so in the Abhidhamma Sangaha, there's 6 division. So 6 division, 24 Patthana, but 24 Patthana method or 24 conditioning force, Pachaya Sati, are divided into 6 groups. And if you want to remember about the 6 group, ready to recite the Pali, you know, the Chata, Namandu, Namasa, and if you know the Cha is 6. So Naman to Namasa, it means Naman and Namasa. So Naman is conditioning phenomena, Pachaya. And Namasa, you know, here Namasa is Pachayupana. So mind to mind. But here you have to understand mind representing consciousness and mental failure together. Not only consciousness alone. Here, mind refers to consciousness and mental failure together. We can see the group of mentalities. So mentalities to another mentality, we can find the 6 methods or 6 ways of conditioning. And Panchara Nama Rupinam. So Panchara Nama Rupinam, it means this changing only the Pachayupana side. So Nama Rupina, we can understand by following this one to the next sentence. In Pali, especially like Abhidhamma Sangaha text, conditions text, the scholars always make shorten. It means the same thing, the subject here follow to the next sentence, not repeating in the next sentence. And the other part in different, they are written. So we understand Nama Rupina, Panchara. So Pancha is 5. So 5 will. Nama is mind. And Nama Rupina, Nama and Rupa together. So the mind and matter. So Nama is mind and Rupa is matter. So that's why Nama Rupina. Panchara Nama Rupina. And after that, Ekada Punarupasa. I mean, here, in this case, you know, Ekada is 1. So Punarupasa. So the subject side is not changing. Mind to matter. Rupa is matter. So only one way we can find among the 24. Only one way can find mind to matter only. And Rupa Nama Sajikara. Here, Rupan, the subject side changed. That's why here the subject, the Pachaya side become matter. And Namasa. So mind to matter also the same, only one way. Then Panyati Nama Rupani Namasa Duida. So Panyati Nama Rupani, Panyati is concept. Nama Rupani. So concept Panyati Nama Rupani. Nama is mind and Rupa is matter. So three becomes the Pajaya side. So concept, mind and matter, they come together to becomes the Pajaya to the mind, to the mind mentalities. Now we can find two ways for that. So Duvida is come from Dwa. Okay, so for the last group, Dwaya and Dwayasa. So Dwaya is two things together, train, Train means the mind and matter together. And Dwayasa, so same, mind and matter. So in the Pajaya side, mind and matter. Pajayopana side, also mind and matter. We can find 9 ways or 9 methods to apply in the last group. So first of all, if we study the Patana teaching as explained in the Abhidhamma Sangha, we have to understand these 6 kinds of six group in 24 Patanas. Okay, so it's not difficult. So mind to mind is 6, mind to mind and matter is 5, mind to matter is 1, matter to mind is 1, and concept mind and matter to mind is 2. Then mind and matter to mind and matter to 2. Collectively 9 ways. In this way, 24 method explained. Yeah. So, but here this explanation, because this is shortened to the minimums explanation. That's why if you enlarge, you will have more information. So at the beginning, I thought that whether I should connect this explanation to the Pajaya Nitisa explanation. That is, Pajaya Nitisa is larger than this. If we talk about that, Pajaya Nitisa Hetu Samyutakana Dhammana Dan Samuthanana Jarupana Hetu Pajayana Pajayo. Like this. These texts need to translate to understand first. After that, we can take up Hetu, what is mean Hetu, and Hetu Samyutakana Dhammana, what are these Hetu Samyutaka Dhamma, the phenomena associated with the Hetu, like this. So after translation, we have to give the specific reference to the each side of Pajaya and Pajayopana. And it will be too large for the beginner. So here, that's why I'm trying to keep the explanation in the Abhidhamma Sangha only. So later I will share the document related to the explanation about the Pajaya Nitisa study. So you can continue. Okay, so let's see. What are the 6 ways? What are the 6 6 methods we can explain about their connection of mind and mind? On the other hand, we can see that what are the conditioning forces? Those apply to the relationship of the mind and mind. Okay, Anantara, Samanantara, Nati Wikada, Asivana, and Sampayuta. So these are the 6 forces or 6 Pajaya Sati in relation to mind and mind, or mentalities to mentalities. Okay, so Pajaya side must be exactly mentality group. There must be no matters or no concept. So here in this case, concept is divided to the another aspect. Here you see the concept, and if you see the group of Pajaya and Pajayopana side, you can find the concept only in the Pajaya side. Only in the Pajaya side. You cannot see in the Pajayopanna side. There only this case. You can see the concept. And Pajayopanna sides, mind and matter, or matter only. That is, you can find. So, okay, let's continue about the sixth way. So, Anandara, Samanantaras come together. And Nati and Avigata also share the same nature. And Nati and Vigata, yeah. And Asivana, Sambyuta. So, at the beginning, you need to keep these six related to mind conditionings and process. Then, what are the five wheels? So, Hedu, Jhana, Mega, Kamma, Vipaka. And what is the one way to mind to matter is Pachajada. Then another one way, matter to mind. So mind to matter and matter to mind compulsory, but they share the same number of Pachayasati, Purijada. So the opposite, the Pachajada post-nascence, and Purijada is pre-nascence, pre-nascence, yeah. And the fifth group, two-way concept mind and matter to mind is Aramana and Upanisaya, only two. So Aramana and Upanisaya. And for the last group, Dvaya and Dvayasas, this group have the largest number of the conditioning forces. This is the Adipati, Sahajata, Anyamanya Nisya, Ahara Indriya, Vibhyuta, Ati Avigata. So these are the 9 conditioning forces. So in this way, we have to divide it into 6 groups, 24 forces into 6 groups. Then we will continue. For today's lesson, I will explain about the first group of the 6 wheel in relation to mind to matter. The 6 wheel related to mind to matter. So the Pajaya side also must be only mentalities, only mentality, and Pajayopanna side also must be only mentality. There should not be any materialities in both sides. Yeah, okay, see. Okay, these are 6, and the Pali you need to take note is Chada Namandu Namasa. Chada Namandu Namasa. Cha is 6, Naman, the conditioning phenomena of the conditioning phenomena of Pajaya, that we call the Pajaya, and Namasa Pajayopanna. Okay, so here the first 2, proximity, Anantara, and contiguity, Samanantara. So Anantara and Samanantara just different in the name only. If we recite the Pajaya Nidisa Pali text also, only the Anantara Pajayo to Samanantara Pajayo. The Pali will change it. But the other explanation come in the same way. Chakku vinyana dhatu tan samyuttaka cha dhamma no dhatu ya tan samyuttaka cha dhamma na anantara pajena pajayo. That is in the anantara pajaya case. And also it comes in the same way. Chakku vinyana dhatu tan samyuttaka cha dhamma no dhatu ya tan samyuttaka cha dhamma na samanantara pajena pajayo, like this. So only this change. And that's why we have to understand the ultimate realities are the same in these 2. Here, they are Abhidhamma Sangha, Acharya Anuruddha wrote in this way. Anandara Nirodha Jita Jitasika Dhamma Batupanana Jida Jidasikana Dhammana Anantara Samanantara Nati Wikata Wasena. This is Pali. This Pali text you can find if you can read the Pali text in the Pachayanidisa. You can find there in the text of the Nati and Wikata. So there for the Nati Pachaya, it's mentioned that Samanantara Nirodha. This just changed Anantara and Samanantara, the same. So Samanantara Nirodha, Chitta Chittasika Dhamma, Batupanana, Chitta Chittasika Dhammana, Nati Pachena Pachayo. So all the texts, although the Anantara, Samanantara have the larger explanation or text in the Pachayanidisa, if we conclude the text into short form, come in this way, the same as Nati and Awiketa. That's why we can understand the full Pachayasati has the same form. So Acharya Nuruddha, the author of Abhidhamma Sangaha, used the shorter ones. So this one we can understand the consciousness and mental fetter. So this we can say the consciousness and mental fetter together. There is minds or mentalities, group of mentalities. So they are conditioned. For the present consciousness and mental fetters, so Batupanana is arising. And by way of proximity, contiguity, absence, and disappearance, these are four conditioning forces. And in Pali, Anantara, Samanantara, Nati Wiketa. So although we say there are 6 conditioning forces to explain about the mind-to-mind relationship. But the first text of the Abhidhamma Sangha covered 4. It's not difficult. And okay, so to understand the relationship, that this is very short explanation. Consciousness and mental fetter, on the other hand, minds, and it conditioned to the present consciousness and mental fetter. So that. So in 4 ways. So in order to understand this short description of the Abhidhamma Sangha, we have to understand about the mental process, cognitive mental process, which is called Chitta Vritti. So we already study in chapter 4, and also in some parts of the chapter 5, and even in the first chapter I explained. I repeatedly introduced in this lesson series of Abhidhamma Sangha about the cognitive process, because it takes a very important roles to understand the Abhidhamma, the teaching of Abhidhamma. Without the understanding of the cognitive process, the Abhidhamma teaching will be always confused in the mind. That's why I many times repeated. So you need to review if you think you cannot keep all the information in mind, and then you can check back in the respective chapter. So in this studies of Patana, I will roughly explain about the cognitive process, that regarding you as already understood and already remembers. Okay, so and 5-door cognitive process and mind-door cognitive process. In the 5-door cognitive process here, these are bhavanga, and before and after the cognitive process, the bhavanga take place in the life as a part of the life. If there's no cognitive process, bhavanga occupy. If bhavanga not arise, what mean at the end, the last bhavanga is called chuti and is already died. No more conscious now, and the body will remain. So either we can conclude, in easy way, either five door process or mind door process will take place in the cognitive process, or the bhavanga, if he is alive, if a person is alive or not enter into the Nirodha Samapatti, or that is, the mentality will continue. So in this way you can understand. Okay, let's see in the cognitive process. So here, Anandara Nirodha Chitta Chittasika Dhamma. So immediately 6, the mind and manifests, or we can say that the mentalities, group of mentalities, bhavanga, after that bhavanga. So before the arising of this first bhavanga, second bhavanga, the first bhavanga arise and disappear. In 3 phases, we can say the upada, titi, and bhanga. In 3 phases, it arises. After that, and it disappears. Now, when it disappears, and another bhavanga has the opportunity to arise. So in this way, when the third bhavanga disappears, and here, this is past bhavanga. After that, the vibration bhavanga and arrest bhavanga, phyto appertains like this, the consciousness and the following consciousness in the process arising according to the opportunity to arise. It means if the former group of mentality disappear, then the following one arise. This is in the process. So as I mentioned in the 4 previous lessons, is so even in the first lesson, I have explained that the consciousness and as well as mental factor, they cannot arise as a single phenomena. They arise in the group. In the other way, we can say that in the cluster. So here, bhavanga refers to the consciousness and mental factor group, and another bhavanga like this, and also here, past bhavanga, etc. All registration, all the group of mentalities, it consists of consciousness and mental factors. That's why when the former group disappear and the following group arise. In this process, the former group condition, like this, we see the connection. The former group, when they cease, so immediately cease, then there is conditioned to the following, the mental factors, a group of mentalities as the 4 method, 4 conditioning process. So Anantara, Samanantara, Nati, Vikata. Anantara is proximity, is close. And also the contiguity is the same. And Nati means when absent, only when the former one absent, then the later one can arise. So in the continuous process, they form each of the former group of mentality support to the later groups. Only the subsequent, the preceding one to the subsequent one. But you should not be confused about this. What about the first bhavanga here in this process to the third bhavanga? Is it possible to show the first to third can support by 4 ways in this slide? Or it's not, because the Anantara and Samanantara mean there must not be any interval the phenomena between these 2 groups. That's why first to second, second to third. In this way, it continue as long as the mentalities continue. Even the last moment of this life duty to the Padisandi, you can see this is the Anantara, Samanantara, and Nati Vikata. These four forces apply. But in the process, definitely we can see. And here in the Phaidor process, so Bhavanga types up to the arrest Bhavanga, these are all Bhavanga. And so the last group of Bhavanga to the Phaidor advertent. So if you study Patthana enlarge, these connections are explained. The Bhavanga group, the Panchadwara Vajana. So the Phaidor advertent is called Panchadwara Vajana. So it's called the Bhavanga Avajanaya. Bhavanga to Avajana, like this. So then Phaidor process to the unconsciousness. So this also, so Phaidor advertent to unconsciousness, because there is no other mentalities among these between these two. We can see this is the Phaidor advertent to unconsciousness, proximity, contiguity, absence, and disappearance, like this. In the same way, it continued to unconsciousness to receiving to investigating to determining, and their Ottavana, they're determining to first Javana, then first Javana to second, up to the seventh Javana, the last moment continues 6 to 7. After the 7, if the registration to consider of in the process, so 7 Javana condition to first registration. The first registration to second registration, and second registration to first Bhavanga, like this. So in this way, in the process of cognitive process, we can find these 4 conditioning force, the former one to the later one. And here in the mental process, also almost the same. That the only thing is, you see that sometimes past Bhavanga, sometimes not past Bhavanga, the vibrational arrested here Bhavanga. And what changes? The Manodara Vajana here, mind or advertent. So arrest Bhavanga to mind or advertent, same. Mind or advertent to Bhavanga and first Javana, because here Ottavana to first Javana. And the same way, the preceding one and condition to the succeeding one, the following one, by 4 kinds of conditioning force. So this is according to Abhidhamma Sangaha test explanation. You need to keep in mind and understand in this way, and following the cognitive process. Without the cognitive process, it is hard to say, how we can understand this. So, and this relationship between the preceding mentality growth to the succeeding growth, you can apply in all mental process we have explained. So whenever you see the process, then you can find, this one must be a condition, and this the conditioning phenomena Pajjaya, and the other must be conditional phenomena Pajjayopana, like this. Okay, so let's continue. Okay, so here if we talk about the nature of each 4 of the forces, conditioning forces, Pajjaya, one after another. So Anantara Pajjaya. So Anantara Pajjaya is explained there, the cause another, the proximity condition is mean that the mentality cause another mental state. So the mental state to another mental state, which the Paccayupanna is called the arise immediately after it has ceased. This is the explanation in the comprehensive manual of Abhidhamma. So if you read this, and you will see the explanation. So mental state to another mental state. So another mental state must be, that immediately after it has ceased. So if arise some times later, it cannot be supported by the Anandara Paccaya because it's not Anandara, it's not proximity. And so that another mental state can intervene between them. No other, no other mental state. It means that, as I mentioned, that the first bhavanga to third bhavanga, or first javana to third javana, or first javana to seventh javana, there are some other mental state or cause between these two group of mentality. That's why we cannot say this in the relationship of the Anandara Paccaya. Okay, so the same nature applying to the contiguity condition or Samanandara Paccaya. So here also in accordance with the fifth order of the mental process. So here mental process, viti, citta viti. So if you understand citta viti and which one is preceding one, which one is succeeding one, and then you can identify all the Anandara and some Anandara and Samanandara. When you trying to recite the Paccaya also, if you understand the citta viti, they are mentioned that Cakuvinyana Dhatu like this. And the first one, Cakuvinyana Dhatu Tansamyutaka Dhamma, is mean the Cakuvinyana Dhatu, here in this slide. Here the unconsciousness is called Cakuvinyana Dhatu. Tansamyutaka Dhamma, Mano Dhatu, it means receiving consciousness. So if you remember the three types of receiving, three types of Mano Dhatu. So this receiving consciousness is one of that, the Mano Dhatu. So the test comes, Jaku Vinyana Dhatu Dan Samyutaka Dhamma, Mano Dhatu Ya Dan Samyutaka Nanja Dhamma Nandara Paccaya Paccaya, like this. Then, and after that, Mano Dhatu Dan Samyutaka Dhamma, Mano Vinyana Dhatu Ya. Yeah. So receiving consciousness beyond the one of the Mano Dhatu, there's a group of mentalities in addition to the another mentality or the investigating group. So investigating group is included under the name of the Manovinyana Dhatu. So in this connection, Mano Dhatu to Manovinyana Dhatu. That's why if you understand this connection, and the Paccaya Nidesa Pali test become easier to memorize. So Cakuvinyana Dhatu, this relationship and this connection is explained. Cakuvinyana Dhatu Dan Samyutaka Dhamma Mano Dhatu Ya. And for this connection, receiving to investigating, it says that Mano Dhatu Dan Samyutaka Dhamma Mano Vinyana Dhatu Ya, like this. It does not mention by the name because the others here also Panchadhara Vajana and the two receiving. So here Panchadhara Vajana is one of the one of the Mano Dhatu. So this also mentioned in different way. Here, okay, so if we move on, another test of the Paccaya Nidesa come in the Sota Vinyana Dhatu. So you just need to replace eye consciousness to ear consciousness, like this. In this way, it continue explanation. Then you can, you can conclude the Patana test into this understanding. Then you can keep in mind. Okay, so here these two conditions apply the relationship between the group of mentality, which is called Citta and Cittasika. So ceasing at the given moment, the preceding moment, and it's to the conditioning to the another mentalities of Chitta and Chittasika that arise immediate succession. So preceding one and succession one, only this case you can find. In the same way, the others two also, Nati and Vikata, it was explained. But here we have to make sure we understand according to the ultimate realities. So in the Paccaya it comes sentence by sentence, Jaku Vinyana Dhatu to the Mano Dhatu to Mano Vinyana Dhatu in this way. And also it expands to the Sota Vinyana, Kana Vinyana, etc. into the different types, the 7 types. And if we give the reference to the ultimate reality, we need to shorten. We need to combine together in the same group. So here, 2 Paccaya Sati, conditioning forces, 2 Paccaya Sati of Anandara and Samanandara. For these two, we can find the ultimate reality in both sides of Paccaya Dhamma and Paccayopana Dhamma. Okay, so as I have mentioned in the lesson 56 introduction about the Patthana method, there in Patthana method we will find the Paccaya conditional phenomena, Paccayopana conditional phenomena. Then the force Paccaya Sati. So 3 aspects were explained in every connection. For the 24, or in case of in the 24 or 24 method, we have to find out. Very interesting. The Hetu Aramana like this. And here, according to the sequence of the explanation in Abhidhamma Sangaha, is come with the Anandara and Samanandara first. Okay, if you have already understand the mental process, cognitive process, is not that difficult. Okay, let's see. If we conclude all kinds of the ultimate reality that can be in the Paccaya Dhamma side, including Jaku Vinyana Dhatu, Sota Vinyana Dhatu, Kana Vinyana Dhatu, Jingwa Vinyana Dhatu, Kaya Vinyana Dhatu, and Mano Dhatu and Mano Vinyana Dhatu. That if you find out in the text, if you find out the word in the text of the Paccaya Nidisa, Pali Patthana, in the Paccaya side, you can find out these 7 kinds. And we can conclude these 7 kinds into the preceding, preceding means that have just 6, arise and 6. And preceding 89 Chitta, except the arhats, that consciousness. And the associated mental factors 52, because consciousness 89 apply into all 52 Chittasika they can associate with. That's why we can say the Paccaya Dhamma mean the preceding 89 consciousness except arhats, that consciousness, because this is also one of the consciousness, but it cannot be the conditioning sites, conditioning state sites. Paccaya cannot be Paccaya. That's why we make exception. And mental factors. And this condition too, succeeding, succeeding also the same in enumeration of 89 consciousness and 52 mental factors, mental states. Okay, so here all the preceding one also we can conclude in this way, and all the succeeding one also we can conclude in this way. This is the general explanation. If you want to get the specific information and you need to follow the Patthana explanation in large, and to find out the connection by way of Anandara and Samanandara. Okay, so let's talk about the exception. So here, the exception in the conditioning state, Paccaya Dhamma side. So that is Arahant's death consciousness. So let's consider the process. Up to the end of samsara, that is the Arahant's death consciousness. It is at the end of samsara, and there's no more mentality arise after the death moment of Arahant. Arahant. So there's no pajaya, no Pannadhikalankara to condition. There's to produce. There's no following one. There's one. This cannot be in conditioning style. So this is the last moment of samsara. There's no mentality to say the Pannadhikalankara. So by the absence of Pannadhikalankara, we can understand, Arahant's death consciousness cannot be Pannadhikalankara. Because there is no any other consciousness or mental fetter follow to the moment of death consciousness of Arahant. This is the reason. But in the Pannadhikalankara side, it's already included. It is included. The Arahant's death consciousness also included in the Pannadhikalankara side, because there is the mentalities, group of mentality, to have to be the condition for this, for the Arahant's death consciousness. So this is easy to understand if you understand how the mental process continue to the last moment, the Arahant's death consciousness not succeeding mentality. That's why it cannot be conditioned, but it can be in the conditioned state, Pannadhikalankara. Okay, so let's continue to the another pairs of the absent condition and disappearance condition. So Nati and Wikeda. So this also, as I mentioned at the beginning, the tests come in the similar way, but in the Vajrayana, it comes in the short form, as mentioned in the Abhidhamma Sangaha. And also these two, Nati and Wikeda, the name is different, but the nature is same. So absent and disappearance. You can understand this, and if someone is absent, we cannot see him. That is, so the absent condition is condition where the mental state in ceasing. So it means not totally absent from the beginning. It means just ceasing, arise and cease according to the nature of ultimate reality. We say the conditioned phenomena, sankhara dhamma, they come to appear and disappear. Without the appearance, we cannot say this is the really happen or the ultimate reality. So there must be the occurrence arising, then cease. When it ceases, that it gives the opportunity to another mental state, because there two mental states cannot arise at the same time in the process. This is also the important aspect to keep in mind. That's why we can say these are arising in the process. So, ceasing of the preceding mentalities group is mean on the other hand, we can consider it is given the opportunity to another mental state to arise. So immediately needs to itself. So in this way, the former group allowing is the later group needs to itself. We can understand this is absent condition. Then we get that disappearance also the same, by its own disappearance. In ceasing and by its own disappearance, it's the same. And also why the Buddha's making these two in different name, we already mentioned that is for the understanding of the individual, to cover for all types of individual. Okay, so here, if we talk about the Anantara and Samanantara, also they are sharing the same nature. And Now I think you can understand the conditioning process, the process of conditioning in the cognitive process by 4 methods. Let's move to the fifth one. Fifth one is Asivana. So Asivana translated as the repetition condition. Okay, so let's see the nature first. The Asivana Bhajaya is the condition where the conditioning mental state, the conditioning mental state cause the conditioned state. It means if you keep in mind in there, Bhajaya Dhamma to Bhajayupana Dhamma, it's easy. So it's just relationship. Bhajaya to Bhajayupana Dhamma, how the mental phenomena similar to itself. So this information, so condition Bhajaya and Bhajayupana must be in the same types. In the same types mean types we call the jadi. Jadi, if when we classify consciousness into different types, kusala, akusala, vipaka, and kriya, 4 types. So the Bhajaya and Bhajayupana Dhamma must be in the same types, in the similar types. To say the Bhajaya support condition to Bhajayupana Dhamma by way of Asivana. So if they are in different types, we cannot find the Asivanas force, because the nature of Asivana apply in the relationship between two group in the same types, similar types. So here to arise with increased power and efficacy, efficiency, increased power, not just Anandara or Samanandara. It different between the Anandara, Samanandara, and Asivana is that the Asivana meaning, that it include the increased power and efficiency, giving this power to the next, to the preceding, to the succeeding one, the following one after it has ceased. So, and the same nature is the support in the cognitive process. In the process, and the support, the one next to it, and and also that in the repetition condition, it increases the power for the Bhajayupana Dhamma. Bhajaya to Bhajayupana Dhamma given some conditioning by way of repetition. Asivana mean the second one, and the following one has more power like this by the support of the preceding one. Okay, so this conditioning state and conditional phenomena, the Bhajaya Dhamma and Bhajayupana Dhamma, let's see. So in the Jhana process, the preceding moment of mundane, so you have to understand this word, only mundane. It means the supramundane will be exception in the condition Bhajaya Dhamma side. So mundane wholesome, you have to consider how many types of mundane wholesome. 17, right? And unwholesome. So all unwholesome are only mundane. There's no supramundane. And 12. And the functional. So functional also only in the mundane group. That's why you can count the number here, mundane, wholesome, 17, unwholesome, 12, and functional jhana. Okay, well, how many functional jhana? So here also you have to understand jhana only. And that's why that this understanding needs the formal study of Abhidhamma. If you understand how many consciousness can be jhana. Okay, so if we talk about how many can be in the mundane wholesome jhana, akusala jhana, and functional jhana, you have to be able to count them. Okay, so in the Bhajaya Dhamma side, the exception is the less jhana. In the in the explanation of repetition condition, Asivana Sati, that we can find out the Asivana Sati only in the Javana moment. So this is very important information. The mentality continue, but we cannot find the in other process. Only in the precise moment of Javana we can find out the repetition forces. So here, the text come Purimani Javanani. So the Pachaya side. Pachimana Javanana, Pachayopana side, Asivana Vasena. This is very short explanation about the Asivana Sati in the Abhidhamma Sangaha. So preceding Javana become the Pachaya Dhamma, and subsequent Javana become the Pachayopana Dhamma. Okay, so only in the Javana moment we say that. So the last moment of Javana, the seventh Javana or fifth Javana, sometime in the near death moment, and this being the last moment, it does not support to the others, the following one, because there's no more Javana. So we can understand in this way why we say that except the last Javana. So if we take out the ultimate reality, so the preceding moment of mundane, wholesome, unwholesome, and functional Javana, except the last Javana, the last one, is Pachaya. That Pachaya conditioned to the Pachayopana group of the following Javana here. Following Javana, the same types. The same type means it does not wholesome to unwholesome, because the Javana moment, when they arise, they continue or the same types. Only in case we will explain what is the difference in the next slide. Yeah, okay. So the explanation we already explained that in the former lesson, and how it supports by the increased power and efficiency, and that is if student repeat the text, the former study support to the later study, increasing the power of memorizing. In the same way, in the same types of Javana support the following one to the preceding one to the following one, like this. Okay, so this is just example. So here, greater proficiency and the strength, given the strength. And this is the Asivana Pachaya. Then here, these are the different types of mental process. So these two, you already know that. And the fight dog cognitive process, they are also, here, Bhavanga to Bhavanga, we cannot find the repetition force. Only Javana. So let's continue here. Either mundane, wholesome, or unwholesome, or functional Javana, it doesn't matter. The first Javana to second Javana, second to third, in this way continue. So, okay, 6 to 7 also it continue. 6 become Pachaya and 7 Javana become Pachayopana. But for the 7th Javana, the last moment, so it to registration, because Javana process is ended, no more same types. That's why Javana, the 7th Javana to registration, it cannot find these forces. But we can find Anantara, Samanantara, Nati Vikata, but we cannot find the 7 Javana to registration and the repetition Asivana. Okay, so in the same way here, Kama Vachara Javana. Here, that this is Kama Vachara Javana, and in this process of mind-thought process also we can find in the Javana that if you count all connection here, and the former, we can up to now we can find only 4 Nandara, Samnandara, Nati Vikata. But in the Javana, so 1, 2, first Javana to second Javana, we can find the Anandara, Samanandara, Nati Vikata, and Asivana. So 5 forces can be found in this connection. But for the others, we can find only 4 up to now. Then, okay, let's see the the different types of jhana can be found in the same cognitive process. Different types we can see here. This is the attainment, the process in the attainment of mega. Here mega and vibrational arrest after the mind or process. This one, this PR you can find out here, preparation moment, parikama, we can say there in the Pali word, parikama. And this preparation moment to SX moment. Here, starting from the preparation, this is the sensual sphere jhana. So kama vajra jhana. Here, preparation to SX to conformity or change or lineage like this. These 4 moments. So in the next process, only 3 moments. By the absence of preparation. So essence, conformity, and change or lineage. These 4 moments or 3 moments are representing the sense-sphere jhana. So still we can say the jhana because these are performing the function of jhana, although they are not expressed in the name of jhana. So you have to take a note here, preparation to change or lineage. All are sense-sphere jhana. Then, that here PA path consciousness. PA is path consciousness mega. So up to now, the part the same. Former sense-sphere jhana kusala type, but this is mundane kusala. But here the path consciousness is supra-mundane consciousness. Although they are keeping the same nature of the kusala, they are different in the mundane and supra-mundane. After that, let's continue here. The difference in fruition also, if you can remember the 55 types of jhana in chapter 3. So the fruition also included in the nature of jhana 55. So we can say up to this jhana. So starting from PR 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The process of jhana come in 7, but they have a different nature. And up to the preparation to change or lineage, they are sense-sphere jhana. Sense-sphere jhana on the other side, we can say the mundane jhana. And for mundane kusala jhana. And for the path consciousness, it is the supra-mundane kusala jhana. And for fruition, 2 fruition here, there are 3 fruition. And fruition moment is supra-mundane jhana, but fruition type. So they are appear in the different types. Okay, so let's consider about the principle of the jhana, principle of the asivana forces. For asivana, there must be jhana and there must be the same types. Okay, so here in this case we can find the preparation to SX. Anantara, Samanantara, Nati, Vikada, and also we can find the asivana because these both sides are jhana, and also they share the same nature of the mundane kusala. In the same way, here SX to conformity will change or lineage, same. Okay, so what about the change or lineage comparable to the path consciousness mega? Okay, so although they change the mundane to supra-mundane, but they are keeping the same nature of the kusala jhana. That's why, and the change or lineage can be Pajaya side and mega path consciousness can be Pajayopana side. Okay, but for the path consciousness 2, the first fruition, the first fruition change the nature of the resultant types, although it continue keeping the nature of the jhana. then you have to make sure that jhana still continuing the nature of jhana, but different types of the fruition become the fruition. That's why they are in different types. Path cannot support by way of asivana to the fruition consciousness. So now you understand that. But here, so fruition to fruition also will be exception. Okay, so given this information, and we will shortly explain this. And the attainment of fruition here, higher the attainment of higher mega or pala, just changing, the CH change or lineage to the cleansing. Cleansing is the Vardhana. This plan. So Vardhana to mega also will be the same, keeping the forces of repetition. Then the last group, the attainment of fruit, Palasamapati. For Palasamapati, all the sense sphere jhana, mundane jhana, change to the name or conformity only, like this. Conformity only, and no longer. And so up to directly to the phala. Okay, so here this should be removed. No, it should not be mega. It's only phala fruition. Yeah, this is a mistake. Okay, so in this way, you can understand the sense pure jhana to mega still okay. Jhana, the asivana pachaya, but mega to phala no asivana. And let's continue the explanation here. Why mega citta not included in the asivana pachaya? So here you know pachaya. So mega to phala, mega cannot be pachaya. And so let's see. And another question is phala not included in the pachaya because it has the repetition here. First phala to second phala. Why not? These two questions come in this process. And here supramundane consciousness, although the repetition consciousness, the mega are not included in the asivana pachaya to condition to the phala. The following become the fruition. As I mentioned that, changing to the resultant types, it cannot support, it cannot be conditioned. That's why mega citta cannot be included under the enumeration of the pachaya group. And for the phala citta, what about the phala citta? Although this, the first to second, and also still considered as the jhana. So first fruition jhana to second fruition jhana, we can say they are sharing the same, and also jhana. Why not? And that because the fruition is resultants. So resultant nature cannot cannot have the full definition of the asivana pachaya. These are the reason why we can make the exclusion of mega pachaya in the asivana pachaya side and phala pachaya, phala also, although in the repetition. And okay, so this the triple rooted sphere wholesome, as I mentioned before, the mega or in the phala samapatti before the phala, and they can be conditioned, to the later condition in the repetition condition. This is called the asivanasati. Okay, so this is about the asivanasati, and let's continue to the last one of the association forces. Sampayutta pachaya. So here, the text of Abhidhamma Sangha mentioned that Sahajada, Jita, Chitasika, Dhamma, this is pachaya side. Anya Manya, this is Pachupana. Anya Manya is changing, which means the same types repeating in the Pachupana side. So we can say the Sahajada, Jita, Chitasika, Dhamma. So Jita, Chitasika, Dhamma to another Jita, Chitasika, Dhamma arising together. So this is Sampayutta. But here you see the connection consciousness. You can remember that the connection referring to the Sahajada. So there will be another type. But in this case, we will emphasize on the nature of association condition, the force of association condition. Okay, so condition for one another. Condition for one another, in this case, it comes in two ways. You know, the Sampayutta one to another, and the Pachaya and Pachayapana can be interchangeable. And they are interchangeable. So by way of association. Okay, so what is the association forces? Sampayutta, Pachaya. Their conditioning causes, they give rise the conditional state of Pachayapana Dhamma being associated with the inseparable mental group. As we say, the mentalities arising in the group. So inseparable mental group means when they arise together, we cannot separate in the nature of four types. In the chapter 2, Chittasika chapter, at the beginning, it mentioned that what are the characteristics of mental fetters? It means arising together with the consciousness, succession together, and taking the common object, the same object, and keeping the same physical base. These are the characteristics to be considered as the same group in the mental group. So when they arise in this nature, they are conditioning one to another by way of Sampayutta. So consciousness to mental fetter. So phassa to Vedana, Vedana to phassa, consciousness to phassa, like this. They are conditioning each other by the Sampayutta forces. Sampayutta force. Okay, so for the Pachaya Sati here, Sampayutta Pachaya and Pachaya Sati. And what are the Pachaya Dhamma? So conditioning sites. We can see it here, four mental aggregates. Four mental aggregate. In the Pachaya Nidisa Pali text, it will say the Chattaro Khanda Arupino Anya Manya, like this is come. But in the Abhidhamma Sangha, it just changed Sahajada, Chitta, Chittasika Dhamma. Okay, you should not confuse that Chitta, Chittasika Dhamma and the Chattaro Khanda Arupino, the four mental aggregate. If we find out here Chitta and Chittasika, Chitta is the consciousness, so aggregate or consciousness, one aggregate, one khanda. And Chittasika consists of three mental aggregates. So altogether, Chitta, Chittasika, Dhamma, and four mental aggregates, same reference, the same expression come. So here, if you want to make easier to understand, you have to say, okay, so Chitta, Chittasika, Dhamma, and then four mental aggregates are expressing the same things. Okay, so by following that, the Abhidhamma Sangha simplified to indicate the ultimate reality here. Chitta, 89 Chitta, Chittasika, 52 mental fetter become easier. So, in both moment of bodhi mean after birth, anti-die, anti-death moment. So Bodhisanti. So bodhi Bodhisanti mean in all process. And these mentalities of Chitta, Chittasika sub-condition to the mentalities of Chitta, Chittasika in the same group. They must be in the same group. So these mentalities are conditioning each other. That is association by way of association method. So this is the internet connection, not to one to the another group. That this is associating inside the mentalities, inside the group of mentality. Okay, so this condition between the Chitta and Chittasika, you see that as a conditioning state, they're in both sides the same reference. All Chitta and all Chittasika can be, the conditioning side as well as in the conditioning side Pachaya and as well as in the conditional side Pachayapana Dhamma. So it must be in the same unit of consciousness, in the same units of consciousness, and in inspirational mental group, same, Okay, so now we have already explained about the 6 way, 6 way in connection with the mind to mind, mind to mind. So, okay, so I'm going to stop here my explanation for the part 2 of the Patana Neya in chapter 8. Okay, thank you very much for your attention. Let's continue the Q&A session for the remaining time. Yes. Okay, let's make inspiration and share our merit to our viewers. And please repeat after me. Imina punya kamena
Imina punya kamena
mami bala samagamo
mame bala samagamo
satam samagamo hodu
satam samagamo hotu
yava nibbana patiya
yava nibbana patiya
idame punyam
idame punyam
asavakeya vahang hodu
asavakaya vahang hotu
idame punyam
idame punyam
nibbana sa pacayo hodu
nibbana sa pacayo hotu
mama punya bhagam
mama punya bhagam
sabba sadanam bhajemi
sabba satanam bhajemi
esabe
te sabbe
me samam
me samam
punya bhagam labantu
punya bhagam labantu
sadhu sadhu sadhu